the gym, pump it up.
BFBS,
The Forces Station.
Make my day.
this is Breakfast.
It's BFBS, the Forces Station, 11 minutes past 9, Ariana Grande, and Stuck With You.
Now, this week is Mental Health Awareness Week. One of our standout guests on this subject was Sonny Devola, a former army infantryman who ended up on the streets after serving in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yes, he turned his life around by setting up a dog walking business with 10% of profits going to Help for Heroes after the charity helped him when he suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. And Sonny is on the line. Morning, Sonny.
Morning.
Morning, Richard. Morning, Verity.
Can I ask you first about your name? Just tell me that you were named after James Caan from The Godfather, please.
Well, yeah, actually, my mum did. She read the book when she used to live in Sicily, and fell in love with the character. So named me Sonny.
Oh, I absolutely love that. That's amazing. It's really funny. I was just saying off air to Verity, years ago when I was, just before we had kids, if I'd had a boy, I wanted to name him Sonny after that film. So funny.
Oh, cool.
Now, let's go to your story. Tell us a little bit about your time in the army. When did you sign up and where did you serve, Sonny?
Yeah, so I joined the army when I was about just turned 16. I went to the Army Foundation College in Harrogate, junior leaders course, which was great. Probably some of the happiest moments of my life spent there. It's kind of like Hogwarts for soldiers. I really enjoyed that, and then moved across to Devonshire and Dorset Regiment when I passed training. And obviously that was a great regiment, but they no longer exist because we amalgamated to the Rifles. And went to Iraq with the Rifles. We did the changing of the Berry parade when we was in Iraq to the Rifles Berry, and then served a bit of time with Green Jackets. Went to Belize with them, another great regiment. Then I went back to One Rifles and then transferred to SFSG, did P Company, and the All Arms P Company course, which was bloody difficult. Still have nightmares about that today.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, it's great. You know, you feel a lot of pride once you pass a demanding course like that. Basically went to Afghanistan with SFSG, and
Fire support
great
group
experience.
Fire support group.
Special Forces Support Group. Used to be One Para, but I think they've changed their name completely now.
You had a big career, didn't you? I just wondered what happened when you tried to transition into civilian life.
Yeah, it was really difficult. Like most people, you know, you think one way and then you get into Civvy Street and, you have to adapt and I suppose sort of like change to your environment. And that was really difficult, and it felt like it was you're getting pulled away from your family essentially. That's how it feels. And realistically, not everybody that's still in, they probably don't feel that way, but that's how I felt when I left. And I was kind of ashamed to reach out to people that I've grown up with, and that was really difficult to deal with. And I was suffering pretty bad when I left the military. But I was just in a dark place. And I think when you leave the military, you could be in either like three headspaces, one being completely negative headspace, which I was like, just really dark place to be. Then the second headspace would be like, you're kind of in limbo. So you're neither like really negative or really positive. You don't really know where you are. And those sort of people can be really recluse. You just want to, just stay inside, you're quiet, and you just disappeared off the face of the earth, basically. And I think that's the second stage, and that's what I moved on to. And now, thankfully, I'm in the more positive headspace, but it's been a journey to get here and a struggle to get here.
Well, you've been on a huge journey, haven't you? You found yourself living on the streets, and you also then got some help from Help for Heroes. What did they do for you?
Yeah, so, I wasn't like living on the streets per se. I didn't have a home. So I was, sofa surfing. Like there were some times where I had to sleep rough, but, had a tent and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it was obviously probably the lowest point of my life, and I needed to get some help. So I admitted that I had an issue. First of all, that was the main thing. I was making everybody around me miserable. I was drinking like a bottle and a half of Buckfast, or maybe 2 bottles of Buckfast before I even went out. So it's an absolute liability to myself and other people around me. And I went to Combat Stress, and then one of the therapists at Combat Stress heard that I didn't have place residence. So she helped me reach out to Help for Heroes. But I always felt, ashamed because I just felt like I didn't need that support, and I didn't want to take it from other people, and I didn't want to become like a charity case. And that's such a horrible, stupid way to think about it, because it's ridiculous now thinking back, because I definitely did need the help. But to be honest, that's how I felt at the time. And probably if I felt that way, there's a lot of other people that feel that way, but there's no shame in getting help. And I'm so thankful that I did. And Help for Heroes helped me find a place of residence. And you need that to be able to progress through your life, really.
Yeah, you've emerged incredibly now. You've got this incredible business. Tell us about how the business came about. Yeah,
so my dog Delta, she's a huge part in my recovery. She's 8-year-old Belgian Malinois, and anybody that left the army that's struggled with mental health issues will know that having a dog is extremely beneficial for your therapy. So I was quite recluse before Delta, but when you've got a dog like Delta, she's Belgian Malinois, she's a very high demand dog, high energy. So I needed to take her out for at least 3 exercises a day, training sessions, and that was just getting me out and helping me get out in nature, being around people, speaking to people again, just take myself out of my shell. And then I was speaking with some dog walkers in my local area. I started doing a bit of dog walking because they had too many clients, so they needed a bit of help. I was just talking with them, and they were talking to me about some of the apps that they're using for dog walking, and how much those dog walking apps were taking away from their wages. Some of the apps take up to 40% away from the dog walkers. And I just thought, that was ridiculous. Why you still signed up to these apps then? Well, there's no alternative. And then that just sort of light bulb moment, and working with those, or one of the dog walkers in particular, just to kind of get the culture right of the app, and then just looking at all the other apps, the 2 big apps that are on the market today, and just looking at the major complaints of people's major gripes and fixing those and trying to create a better app, which is what I think we've got now. But it's taken a long, long time to get here. And I think when I spoke to you, Verity, that was when we just launched.
Yeah. So a year down the line, you've got a thriving business called GoWalkies. It's an app which means that the dog walkers get all of the fee for doing the dog walking. And did I read that you're going to go global with this?
Yeah, that's right. So we wanted to just perfect the model in the UK first. And then, because there's quite a lot of, obviously, liabilities and stuff when you're going global, you need to, so just try and perfect the model. But we're getting like thousands of downloads a month. Organic traffic is increasing like 70% month on month, which is great.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we've been approached by some of the bigger players. They're interested in what we're doing and stuff like that. And we are going to be launching in the US once we close our investment round. And the team's super excited about that. We're super excited about it. So I can't wait for that.
That's so good. Now, it's Mental Health Awareness Week. You are such an inspiration. What would you say is the biggest thing that's helped you?
That's a difficult question. It's a good question. I think just to admit that that you need help, and
to reach out.
Yeah, to reach out, definitely. You've got to reach out and just be honest, with yourself, And, don't be ashamed to say that you're struggling and stuff, and talk to your friends, other people that are in similar situations. And and also don't be like ashamed to reach out after so many years, because I've reached out to people I haven't spoken to in years, and it's just like going back like how it was before, but nobody's going to think any less of you, like, because you've gone off the map for a bit. And especially if you've been frontline and being in action, then you are at the front of the list for getting help PTSD. So just remember that and don't ever be ashamed for it.
Sonny, it's amazing to speak to you again. Thank you very much indeed for your time. A former Army infantryman and now founder of the very successful dog walking app GoWalkies. Thank you very much indeed for your time.